to Vegas, where they do it bigger and better than any other city when it comes to the big-time fights. We're at the Thomas & Mack Center for tonight's meet.
Keep busy out there.
Just the opening round of 12 scheduled for tonight's bout. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Vargas. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Garcia's power is dynamic, truly dynamic. The kind of stuff that could end this fight early on.
Yeah, it is, but there's a danger to that, too. If he doesn't land early on, if he doesn't have his way early on, maybe he gets discouraged.
Nice work. Keep working the body.
Gets rid of that body shot. That was nice. He just drew the punch from his opponent, and then a good counter by Garcia.
Yeah, like running through the rain without getting wet. Beautiful.
Good block. Sound defense. Good block that time by Garcia. And just grabbing onto his opponent.
Go, go, go. Don't let him get to you, kid.
Good shot to the head with that right hand. We're seeing a lot of work to the body here early on by him. Teddy, is that a certain mentality, these guys that commit to being a body puncher?
Yeah, because they understand that the body punching, you know, that's not something that's glorious. That's not something that, you know, like a great left hook on the chin, bang, it gets results right away. They understand that that's something that pays off later, and something you got to start early and stay with.
Well-placed hook. Solid straight right hand. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Big headshot puts him down. Garcia's going to have to pull himself together here. Now, he beat the count, but still a lot of work to do.
Yeah, a lot of work because he doesn't have the benefit of his legs. Can't move around there wobbly right now. So what he's got to do is grab on a little bit and walk. Walk to the ropes, kill some time, make the referee come in between you and break you.
Targeting each other, the exchange was something special. Halfway through this round here.
Back to the body.
Nice work blocking that, and then an uppercut of his own. There's a straight right hand.
Keep working the body.
The next generation's doing exactly what you should to be a strong defensive fighter. You got to block those punches away.
Some more head.
Solid uppercut.
Get out of the way.
Good defense, just covering up down low.
In and
Just
out.
10 seconds to go here in the second round. Round comes to an end. Knockdown was scored in that round. So, Teddy, you're working the corner of the guy who was just on the floor. What are you telling him?
You're telling him that if he's been down before, you want to actually use that for a positive. I know that sounds crazy, but you say, hey, you've been here before, you've overcome it. You want to remind him that he can get back. And then the most important thing, Joe, is you tell him why he got dropped. So when he goes out there, he's not just scared going into a dark place saying, gee, it's going to happen again. He knows he has control.
Garcia's out to show everybody that he's fine. But we saw what happened in the last round. He was knocked down in that last round. Does he have to prove something to himself as well as proving something to everybody in this arena?
Well, that's the right question, Joe. He's got to revisit his memory banks a little bit and know that he's already proven it to himself. He's been in this position before, so he has to regain that confidence and understand that he can deal with this. He's done it before.
Coming to the halfway point of this third round, he comes with the straight right hand.
Move your head.
Committing to the work downstairs with the left. Work defensively by Vargas. Plus, he landed that counter punch.
Yeah, and he forced him to punch. He made him, he drew it out of him, and then he timed him beautifully.
And the bell rings, signifying the end of the round. Vargas is enjoying a big lead here, up 3-0 on Teddy's scorecard, but even more important than that, he's already gotten to his man.
Yeah, he's hurt him in the body, and once he hurt him in the body, he flows upstairs.
Garcia's banged by a left hand. And banging away he goes, and he crashes to the canvas once again. He's gotten up before. What about this time?
One, two, three, four, five.
Garcia's going to keep taking this test, rising up after being knocked down. On the wrong end of a destructive uppercut. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Vargas. Garcia's defense is now serving him well. Nice job blocking that punch. Nice strike after catching one by Vargas. The next generation speed, to me, Teddy, is clearly the biggest difference we've seen so far tonight.
Yeah, but there's ways to take away speed. One is to go downstairs to the body and start to discourage the guy a little bit. You know, take some of the air out of those sails.
Garcia's hit by a counter punch there. Countdown, the final moments of this round.
I shake it off.
He has a new round in front of him, but I don't know that there's any new hope. He's been down numerous times tonight, including that last round.
You never know what a person's capable of when they're pushed to the brink, but this would be very unlikely. It would be spectacular.
Looking good. Gotta see those coming.
Wow, look at that, trading shots.
Cover up, cover up.
Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counter puncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
Oh, keep your feet
Halfway into
moving.
round number 5 here. exchange. Well, that was his intention, and that's what he's doing. Not engaging in the fight, but clinching. Garcia is nailed by a huge hook. Just hugging there. Just an excessive amount of holding here. Just much too much clinching.
Get out of the way from those punches. Move your head.
Very nice work from both men. They each got a shot in. And the round comes to an end. In between rounds here, the next generation's eye is completely swollen shut. What would you be telling him?
Well, this is going to sound a little tiny harsh, but guess what? This is a tough business. I tell him, you have two eyes, right? Use the good one.
Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Really frustrating his opponent now. The next generation is so defensively sound, it doesn't make for an easy target.
No, it doesn't, and it makes for a very frustrating night for his opponent. I see his opponent now, if you notice, he's getting a little tentative. He's afraid to let the punches go because when he misses, he's worried he's going to leave an opening.
And now they're trading blows. Reaching the halfway point of round number 6.
Keep doing what you're doing.
A little something of his own. Blocks a shot, brings back the uppercut. Now they're opening up. Both right hands land. Yeah! And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. Right hand over the top, very accurate with it. Vargas is giving his opponent fits right here. His head movement is making for such an elusive target.
Yes, it is. Now the opponent has to make an adjustment. He has to realize that he's finding air more than he's finding any surface up top. So go downstairs to the place that's not moving, down to the body. That is starts to take away some of that head movement.
A little something for his opponent after getting... Oh, and he got caught right there. Everything was going fine, and then he got caught.
Well, that's the problem. It was going too fine. He got a false sense of security. The other guy wasn't throwing back. He took for granted, and bang, you can't take for granted in this ring.
And he ties up on the inside. Vargas' opponent landing an effective counterpunch right there. Solid left hand to the head. He clinches when he gets to the inside. Able to get rid of that one. The next generation's doing something that not everybody appreciates, but he is making his defense a major factor in this fight.
Yeah, well, a lot of times people, they only get it done on one end. What I mean about that is, offensively, they use their jab, they use aggression to set up the offense, but he uses defense to set up the offense. He has a double-edged sword.
Hey, you gotta see that coming. Now let's go.
And round 7 comes to an end. Beginning of round number 8 here. Teddy's scorecard has it in one direction. Vargas is up on Teddy's scorecard. However, Teddy, I think there is some concern with him. He has taken some damage.
Yeah, it's not a day at the beach. He thought it was at the beginning, but that tide is rolling in.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Vargas.
Attaboy!
And a well-placed counter by Garcia. The halfway. Vargas is stunned and he is hurt. Garcia's mounted. Did you see that? Up off the deck and now in control. He scores a knockdown of his own.
And he turned it around because when his opponent scored the knockdown, he got a little careless, a little lazy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Vargas is now getting back up off the canvas.
Hands up, hands up.
Blocks a shot and then lands an uppercut of his own. Good effective work with that straight right hand. Last 10 seconds of the 8th round. End of the round. So he scores the knockdown and now heads back to his corner. Teddy, do you ever have to calm a guy down after he scored a knockdown?
That's a really great point because a lot of times that can be the turning point. But now,
wow! Garcia's got to beat the count, but I don't think he has it in him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
and if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
Little head hunting with the left. Oh, what kind of punching is this? I mean, he's got nothing on these shots. He's so hurt.
You know, his natural instinct is to attack back. Right now, he's got to fight against that natural instinct. Right now, teaching has to come in. You know, instructions from the past where he just covers up and he survives.
Garcia's got a cut. It looks like it's below the eye on the cheek, but it's something that needs to be monitored. He's all over the place. I mean, he's missing punches. Yeah, he's throwing punches, but he's missing just about everything he throws.
Well, we look up top. You know, we look at the punches going array. They're going left, they're going right, they're going all over the place. But look downstairs. His feet are not set. He's falling all over the place. And guess what? The punches follow where his feet are.
He's jumping all over him now. Garcia's nailed by that shot. Absolutely rocked. He could go down here, Teddy. Last 10 seconds. Good scoring shot. It was a straight right. And that's the end of round 9. Vargas's corner has quite a task in front of them now. Their fighter's eye swollen shut.
Right now, you have to come up with some strategy. Maybe he turns his stance around.
He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. next generation's left working well that time.
Stay away from those. Come on.
Garcia's a seasoned pro, and old pros tend to fall into the same pattern. Nothing has changed with him stylistically since he's been knocked down in this fight.
Well, that falls right into that pattern or that cliche where old dogs can't be taught new tricks. Well, right now, he's going to have to come up with a trick or two, maybe, to survive this moment.
Back to the body.
Able to get away from that headshot with the block. The next generation's proving here that you can't hit what you can't reach. You see the movement he's putting forth.
Yeah, he's using his legs real well. He's controlling range. He's just not allowing his opponent to get into the punching distance he needs.
Coming to the end of round number 10, 10 seconds to go. And that's the end of round 10.
Nice work, listen.
All right, championship rounds, Teddy. I see it on your scorecard. Vargas's lead is not that substantial here. We have only a few rounds to go. How's he going to pull this out?
He's going to see the finish line. You know, no different than a runner, you know, coming to that point. He hasn't been able to see it. It's been grueling. It's been tough. And all of a sudden, he sees the finish line. Kick it into third, fourth gear, and take it home.
That's a well-scored left hand by Garcia.
Keep it up.
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Vargas. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Garcia is doing exactly what he told us he would do. Now, he was stunned earlier in this fight, but he's sticking to that game plan.
You know, I like that. You know, I want to see how a guy behaves under pressure. He hasn't panicked, you know. He still believes in his identity, believes in his talents, his abilities, and he's going to stay that way unless the guy convinces him later on.
Getting rid of that punch from his opponent. Well blocked by Vargas. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Vargas. Garcia is not showing that he's got a great IQ when it comes to ring generalship here. He's just stationary, not much movement at all.
No, not at all. And it's feeding right into his opponent. He knows where to find them and where to find them at all times. He needs to get on those legs a little bit and start changing a little bit of his placement here where he is. He's always in the same place.
End of the round of what has been a very close and highly competitive fight. Teddy, how do you see this right now?
I see it almost dead even. And I see whoever finishes the rounds, because in these kind of tight rounds, if you finish up good, the judges remember that.
And he engages in the clinch.
Keep working the body. Focus.
Good exchange. He fires back. And now he's targeting upstairs.
Good
Halfway through this 12th and final round. Vargas is able to land a good, solid left hand. Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging.
Get after him.
Final minute of this final round of this fight. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Frustrating his opponent with great defense. And they will bring it home in the last 10 seconds of this final round. So there's the final bell in a fight nobody thought they'd hear the final bell in.
No, it looked like Rock'em Sock'em Robots early on, but then all of a sudden, guess what? They started boxing.
Vargas's work tonight was well rewarded. A unanimous decision win. Teddy, you saw it all along.
It was easy, and he saw it all along. That's the thing. He saw the punches coming all night long. He was good defensively, and he was good with that.